Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I went on to do my intro where I was saying I'm 30 plus year video game enthusiast, blah, blah, blah. And today's April 1st, but there won't be any April Fools. And it's, unless that's the April Fool's joke. Yeah, that was the April Fool's joke. Thanks, Ultronimus. You just saved me. You just saved me from embarrassment. But no, that new track actually was just another one. Again, this is using AI, but it's not like you think, where it's my music that I've made using FL Studio, but then you can use AI to sort of, it takes what you have and it keeps the drum beat, but then kind of takes your melody and kind of messes with it and creates little different versions. It's so fun. Like I could make a whole playlist and listen to it for hours. So, but cool. Okay. So yeah, kind of going back, it's April 1st and maybe we'll talk about what games are coming out this month, but I think what's the biggest thing is tomorrow, actually. Change the sound font. It's not that. You know what? I need to find out what technically goes on with that, so I can explain it to people. But with the Switch 2 reveal tomorrow, and that's actually happening at this time, so feel free to go watch on Nintendo's. But I'm actually going to stream it, so I can kind of give my hot takes, while I do it. So if you're not into that, I get it. But that way I can kind of cover that stuff on the channel by doing it the same time it's out. So that works out. So yeah, with all that stuff tomorrow, pricing, they might explain what the C button does, launch date, stuff like that. The rumor is what we talked about yesterday, that April 9th will be the pre-order date. So we will see what happens there. So when it comes to what I've been playing, I actually didn't play anything yesterday. Weekdays can be busy. That was the case yesterday. So yeah, I didn't play any games. But there was a couple demos I came across that I think you guys will like. The games look interesting, so we'll see. Yeah, because then I don't really have much to talk about in terms of what I've been playing. And I didn't really have I didn't have too much time to myself until late last night, because like right after work, went to a soccer practice. That was pretty much the rest of the night. But yeah, so let's jump into some news. Hey, JMKLX, good to see you. Let's jump into some news. Evercade is releasing a Neo Geo cartridge in handheld. So if you're not familiar with Evercade, it's a brand that makes actual physical hardware, but it's for older games. Usually it'll be like a handheld with a compilation of Capcom titles or something. Data East, they've been expanding recently, a partnership with SNK. So they have this cool Neo Geo Super Pocket, because I don't know if you guys remember the Neo Geo Pocket Color. So this is the Super Pocket, which I feel like I don't need to buy any more gaming handhelds, but I would be interested to see what this all features in terms of, well, if we look at the games, okay, it will include the following 6 games. So this is 14 arcade classics. So it's a cartridge. I see. So let me read from the top. The company will be releasing an Evercade cartridge focused entirely on Neo Geo arcade games, as well as a new Neo Geo themed version of its Super Pocket line of handhelds. The cartridge, which will be named Neo Geo Arcade 1, contains 6 Neo Geo arcade games and will be released for $25. It will be compatible with all Evercade systems. See, that's why I feel like I need to get into this Evercade thing, even though that's more stuff to be collecting, but it's a way to play games, and it's all like, you don't have to worry about internet. At least I think. Metal Slug, King of Fighters 2000, Shock Troopers, Magical Lord, Sengoku, Ironclad. Those are pretty good titles. Okay, so there have been 4 Super Pocket handles released to each costing. Wow. Okay, so the non-Neo or SNK, they have Taito, Capcom, Atari, Technos, Data East, Taito, same thing right now. Okay, the Neo Geo edition will contain the following 14 Neo Geo. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Alpha Mission, Blazing Star, Fatal Fury Special, King Monsters, Last Resort, Metal Slug X, Showdown 2, Shock Troopers, good. The Last Blade. These are good games. Interesting. This will be limited to 3,000 units and will cost in non-US This version will be open for. Oh, so it's pre-order. Okay, well. Oh, another Super Pocket containing 18 Data East games was announced. See, this is my type of thing, but let me see if I can even buy this right now. Um, Super Pocket, but let me put Neo Geo. Wow. Yeah, $59. Look at the buttons on the back also. I might need to do this. Oh, when I go to Amazon, it just takes me here. I'll check back later. But I think I need to do this. I wonder if it's because, yeah, it says Amazon US. If I go here, do these places have it? Okay. This, sold out. And the other place is not. I'm going to have to come back. I know I'm boring you guys. I'm using this time for myself. I'm going to get that later. Okay. Let's jump into some other news real quick. I had a lot of windows of this open. Assassin's Creed Shadows is one of 2025's best-selling games so far. So there's a lot that I like to hear. One, all that negative crap that was online the past 6 months, that was just a waste of everyone's time. It didn't do anything. It just doubled down on these people's lives that just want to talk negative stuff and make money off of it. And now they're going down that path. I feel sorry for them. But not only has this game come out, people are having fun. I've had fun with it, even though I'm kind of taking a break of it. I've been open worlded out. But it's good to hear that it's so good, considering that Outlaws wasn't selling good. And I was feeling bad for Ubisoft, but that was more of a Star Wars thing than it really was a Ubisoft thing, which that's sad on its own. But let's see. Assassin's Creed Shadow reached 3 million players in its first 7 days after launch and had the second highest day one sales revenue figure in the franchise's history, which I think Valhalla was the only one to beat it. But, there's a lot of good reasons for that. New launch of a console, COVID. Great job, Ubisoft. Hopefully I jump back into Shadows. I don't know. And that's the thing. It's like I can recognize they are very good games, but they're mainstream. So there's little elements of it that will pull me away to other games that come out. It's how it happens sometimes. Samurai ninjas are always in vogue. You know what? They are. They are. Is there something deeply rooted in all of us where what if Japan is the cultural foundation of humanity? Sometimes I feel like that's the case because just growing up, there's so many things that I'm like, I identify, even though it looks weird, but I identify. And it's this Japan thing. That's another conversation. Because getting into Gundam it was getting into Gundam that I realized everything I like is Japanese. Okay. Asus seemingly teases that its Xbox branded handheld may be announced soon. So I think it makes more sense now that they're talking about it being from Asus. If they just get one of their ROG allies, which I have and I love, and they're adding something on it, I wonder if that sort of and let me see if they show it. No, they're talking about a pet. AI pet. Just X imply that this new handheld being teased is a previous supporter of Project Keenan and Asus developed. Okay. So I love the ROG Ally, and I even bought a new adapter thingy for the D-pad to make it so I can use an Xbox Elite D-pad. I hope they come out with some sort of software update to the existing ROG Ally to just then make it upgraded to whatever the software is. Because for me, I don't think it's important that the hardware is super powerful. The reason is because both with the ROG Ally and the PS Portal, I've had success streaming games and they look good. So, you know what? I don't know. I like, let's say it comes out and it has more like exclusive Xbox features that kind of make the whole gaming make it. I don't know, and I don't know what that would be. I'm like making stuff up. I'm just saying I don't think I would buy this new ROG Ally, hoping that software is added to the one I currently have. The hardware to me isn't a big deal unless it's removable, detachable controllers, which I think is the way they should go. Legion Go, Legion Lenovo Go, Lenovo Legion Go. Switch 2. Like, you already know, like, if Nintendo is doing that, I think all brands do that because you can get different controller types. So I'll say that. If this handheld comes out and you can detach the controllers, I'd probably get that over my ROG Ally. But the ROG Ally is awesome. You can even hook it up to external monitor, and it's like it's a PC. Okay. Which that reminded me. One of my PCs is dying, and I was thinking of buying a laptop. Maybe I just get a ROG Ally. But I wanted the ease of use of a laptop to, like, if I'm at a 1.5 hour soccer practice, I can edit the video. Okay. New 2026 Resident Evil movie will be in spirit of games. So it's interesting that these companies do this, and I get it, though. Like, we had the Resident Evil series of movies, then we had, like, that Netflix thing, and then now a new movie. These companies, big companies like Capcom, like Ubisoft, they, like Bandai, they will put marketing budget into hey guys, let's just have a movie out there. Just, we'll use the marketing budget for that. Something like that. And so I feel like Capcom does that because I saw on Netflix there was an Onimusha show, but I hadn't watched it. There's a Dragon's Dogma show, and I hadn't watched it. I don't know if these are good or these are just to keep people top of mind. It is cool that they say that it will be in the spirit of the games, because that is the trend that is working with movies, is to make things like they are from the source material. Like Barbie, in a way that's aesthetically, but kind of atmosphere. What was another one? Mario. Even Sonic, I think, does a good job of not going too far out, and it just does callbacks to the shows and all that. There's the Fallout show, the Last of Us show. Those stick close to the source material and do good. And things that don't, or it's like the Halo show, for instance, where aesthetically that looked like it, but once you got into it, it didn't feel like it. The story wasn't the same. I was like, what's going on? Let's see. A spirit of what games? Resident Evil doesn't have a single spirit anymore. That's a good point. So what would it be? Would it be you're just some dude that stumbled upon a haunted house? Or are you going to be, or is the show going to be one of the Raccoon City police? I feel like, yeah, is it going to be zombies or is it going to be monsters? So yeah, I feel like there's different ways it could go. Okay, I was not a fan of the Dragon's Dogma anime myself. Okay, I haven't finished Onimusha. Oh, Jam Collex is saying Onimusha is solid. Well, there we go. You mean Master Cheeks isn't exactly like Master Chief's 8-8, so. Yeah, you know what? And that actor was probably a good actor for it, but what actor wants to roll that they're in a helmet the whole time, And that was a guy from Wire Season 2. I think he was in Orange and the New Black. He's a really good actor. And so I feel bad for him because I think that was a great role. Anyway. So, whoa, they already got a director. So, and here's another thing, guys. I know it's April 1st, but we're going to hear a lot of news because it's the new quarter for a lot of companies. So there's a lot of big announcements that are going to be made. And I didn't really put 2 and 2 together like right near April Fool's, but this guy's 81, so he's not too much older than me, and here I am not making a movie. Wow, he made something in 2009. That's great. All these years that I was doing whatever, why didn't I make a movie? But I think it's because I didn't know what movie I want to make. And the movies I want to make, it's more of, okay, let's adapt this billion-dollar property. I want to make a Star Wars. I want to make a Gundam. I would like to make my own movie, and actually, it would be a shmup. It would be if you took a shmup like Thunder Force or R-Type and made it into a movie. I've got a great idea. I just need to finish writing it down. And then let's see. Okay, we're gonna get into the main meat of this because I'm gonna play some games. I saw this Asura Striker. What was it I saw? Okay, fast-paced, retro-inspired 3D shooting action game created as a heartfelt homage to arcade classics from the 80s and 90s. I'm like, okay, you got me. So you know what? Let's do it. It's Asura. I don't know, Asura or Asura or Azura, the Striker. Even though that is English, I feel like that name is used in Japanese all the time. All right, let me get this going. Wow, I tell you, I love, if it's still accurate, I love how quick it is to use this program. Okay. If there's anything I learned from Sci-Fi and Tubi, you can make a movie on a shoestring budget in a busy weekend. Yeah, it seems like it. And you know what? They're not always bad, especially if they're like their own thing, you know. Okay, instructions. Wow, they're using like a 360 gamepad here. So RB, like, oh, thank you. Oh wow, this looks fantastic. I'll have to check that out when it comes time to. Oh wait, does this? No, 1080. Okay, there's nothing to change except up and down potentially. No, this is good. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I want because it plays like Afterburner, Space Harrier, Panzer Dragon, those types of games, and there's a style to this that I think really works. So that's the slow-mo, just in case. Okay, what are some other buttons? That didn't help. Oh, okay. So I got like a punch and then a shoot. That's about it. And then there's that slow-mo. Also, the music, super Japanese video game music. I don't understand. Oh, moly. All right. So some things I'm seeing is there's like this. There's this level of polish mechanically that is missing. But everything else, the way it looks and plays, feels great. I would say it's a mix of like sound effects, maybe the feel of. Man, those graphics look pretty cool actually, because it's again it's the style. Which does it do just some light homing if I'm close enough by? I think. And then there's that thing which I haven't really found out how to properly use that, but automatically moves you to the middle. I just realized that could be good or bad. I don't know. Either I'm not hitting them, or he's just slow to kill. Trying to get him with my punch. Like if he comes at me and I slow down and I just aim at his head, it actually takes off a lot of health. See, like right here. I did some work. Wow, there we go. Oh, you can't hear the music. I want you guys to hear the music. Give me a second. Let me know if that does it. It was the same issue I had with my mic. Like, I really like... Oh, you can choose what level. I really like this program, but sometimes I think I'm using OBS and I'm pressing the wrong buttons. All right. Yeah, this music is cool, too. Man, the graphics look good. Yeah, Saturn is a good call out on this because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. That's like classic Sega arcade. There's no lock on. You know, like where you'd hold down on Space Harrier or Phantom Dragon and it would lock on. There's none of that unless you push the wrong button. Oh, you can run on the ground. I know I'm getting killed. I was just trying to mess up. So that's for like you're running on the ground, but then you can go up. And, you know, I would say that improvements I would make, audio, visual cues for enemy explosions or enemies going on scene, I think. A little lacking there. Another thing, you know, there's kind of a lack of actual, like, gameplay, in a way. You know, like, this is kind of just standard. So, that's fine as long, you know, if the game has, like, you know, good pace to it, and length. So, I don't know. Ah, there we go. So, when they come close like that, you can do the punch, but you gotta hold down the button. Oh, Sin and Punishment, yes. That's another one. I remember that. What was that? The N64, but like then it came out as a download on the Wii Virtual Console or something. I think that's how I first played it. Okay, so when they're close like that, I should do the punch, but if they're too close, I get hit. Oh yeah, that's right. I should do the slow down when they get close, and then so like, yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool. So that's the mechanic here. I think that kind of opened it up a little bit. So you have that slow down, you hold down RB, and you want to time it just right so that you can. Still can't choose level. That could be because it's the demo or whatever. But. Oh yeah, just the way this looks and sounds. Kind of came out of nowhere. That's another thing. It's kind of a hard distinction of understanding how when you get hit. That might just take time. That was. Music does help. This is some cool, old school Sega music. That was completely random. Star 60 was the Wii sequel to the... Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I think the N64 one came out, yeah, and then the Wii. Yeah, I forgot. I just remember I got to play them. Never beat them, actually. Oh, wait a minute. I'll have to... Whoa. Yeah, that was... Oh, I should have done the slow-mo. Okay. Wait. So you have to really time the slow-mo and the... Otherwise, you're not gonna... Luckily, I have unlimited, that was just a fireball. Cool, knuckle hit. So that's what that's called, a knuckle hit. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna get out of this. So let's look at the store. Leftover. Okay. Let's look at this real quick. Store page. Comes out on the 23rd. There's no price. Oh, Leftover's the name of the company. Let's see. If it happens to... Okay, we're seeing some, little cityscape. It looks like some Doms skating around. That's pretty cool. 2 developers, so it is a basic game. So I think for 2 developers, this is really good. I'm going to assume it's going to be under $20, in which case I will get it. But hard to say. Let's see if anyone's discussing this. Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah, there's some stuff like you're getting 4K. I don't know what else would be necessary, but there could be some stuff before the release that they get done. So that's cool. Okay, let's look at something else here real quick. KIBORG. I don't know how much time we're going to have with this. Another demo. It looked cool. Looked like a, God of War style action game, but as I was downloading it or something, I remember somewhere in passing it said roguelike, and I was like, oh no. Let's see if this these demos when I'm streaming. Okay. Yeah, like that frame rate is really low. There's a hand. It is loading. All right, here we go. Gameplay. Dismemberment. Yeah, that's... okay, I think the way everything is set up is good. I am going to invert Y. Wait. Yeah, save change. Okay. Man, we'll probably only have a couple minutes. Yeah, just when you think you're free of the roguelites, they play back in. Yeah, you know what? That's the thing. Like, sometimes I feel like a game has a good premise, but then it's wrapped around being a roguelike, and it's like, Okay, is this just a tutorial thing? Can I just go to the world? There is... I don't think it's a delay, but this...
Welcome to the last ticket.
There is a bit of, like, not delay, but, like, momentum.
Unpredictable show on Cable Galactica.
Okay, here's me doing...
Join us tonight. Lee Morgan,
oh, I just did a combo.
Butcher of Steinsburg.
A's dodge, B is spin, Y's kick, X is punch. There's, oh, okay, here we go. That's like a block. And a parry, too. Alright, I know, dude. I just want to...
Isn't it, Morgan? Will Morgan's success today, or maybe
the controls are a little weird, so it does feel a little...
Stay tuned
like lower budget, but I don't want to say that means this is not going to be that great, but... Oh, there we go. Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see some fighting. Oh. Okay, what do I think about this combat system? It actually feels fun. It's nothing like that we haven't seen before. In fact, I was able to block that guy or parry whatever, even though he was behind me. So there's the block, and then there's timing the parry, so... Okay. So I guess the roguelike part of it is almost built into the game, because I guess you're it's almost like you're going on a game show. Wait, what was that?
So, Lee Morgan just cleared his dust room of bloodthirsty criminals.
Okay, I did not understand what that was. So if you hold down LB, and then you can, I don't really understand. Did I? Okay.
The audience loves you.
I'm actually going to head out and head to work. This is actually pretty cool, and because it has a feeling of being lower budget, I don't think it would be a full price game, and that would be a fun game to play. When does this come out? Wait, this says because I'm on the demo page, but where do we go to the? Yeah, here we go. Full game, April 30th. Okay, no other news about it, or in terms of like pricing or anything. But I think this is pretty cool, even though it has like a lower budget look and feel to it. I think that's great. I think that's like, double A action game. Okay. Well, cool. Well, guys, I'm going to head out. And so that was a lot of fun. I think tomorrow is going to be pretty interesting since it's going to be Switch 2 stuff. So I will probably just be live streaming that since that's the time I'll be doing this anyway. So, all right, guys, I will be back tomorrow. Have a good one. We'll talk later.